Welcome back to Fightland 48. Kevin the Master of Cool here with Joseph the Juggernaut Pacheco and Joseph El Dingo Loco Caro. Next fight, Muhidein Alktahlib. Let's just call him Draco because we all know it's just much easier to say. First, Alex Banks.
Hey, Draco coming out of Wilmington, has some tough teammates up there that he trains with. He's also cross-trained with us here at Carroll Brothers BJJ in Hickory. Look for him to set the pace with some wild stand-up, and he has some good takedowns. So I'd like to see where he goes with his jiu-jitsu because we've been working a lot of technique drilling with him. So I'd like to see him defend that title here.
Joe, what can you tell us about Alex Banks?
Alex Banks knows what he's getting himself into against Alktahlib. Being our current champ right now, he knows, he's seen the videotape of this last fight, how he manhandled the guy. Going into Alex's mind, you have to think that he has to understand that he knows how aggressive that Muhidein is going to be, how Drago is going to come after him, just like his name depicts, and actually push the pace. Alex knows he's going to meet that force with force to try and at least nullify it so he can become victorious. Once again, this is our first championship fight of the night, and it's going to be a slobber knocker.
Let's take it to the cage.
Welterweight amateur title, and it is brought to you by Alktahlib Law Firm and Carolina MMA. First, let's meet the challenger. This young man comes to us from Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. He carries an undefeated MMA record of 4 wins. Versus 0 defeats. Representing United Martial Arts and Team Rock. United Thai Boxing MMA, give it up for Alexander Banks! And now let's meet the champion. This young man comes to us from Jacksonville, North Carolina. He has an impressive MMA record of 11 wins versus only 2 defeats. He is the reigning, defending Fight Lab Amateur Welterweight Champion. Give it up for Muhidein Alktahlib.
Joseph Juggernaut Pacheco and myself, El Dingo Loco. Muhidein Draco versus Alex Banks. Here we go. It's a title fight, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go ahead and call him Draco.
Draco. Got it.
Muhidein Alktahlib, also known as Drago.
I think that's why they call him Draco, because no one can pronounce his name.
He's from Palestine, Jerusalem.
AKA Draco. Let's see. Alex Banks seems to have the reach. Draco seems to have the...
This is a classic grappler versus striker matchup here, guys.
Yes, it does.
Alex Banks is a Muay Thai guy, Draco, wrestler. Landing the light kicks early, though. Let's see how this goes. Throwing a jab out there.
Alex Banks looks to
Banks
really
with the punch early, and Draco didn't like that, so he immediately closed the distance.
Yeah, Draco getting close, staying very tight, using the cage to his advantage to stop Banks from unleashing those vicious punches.
Draco's going to work hard to get the fight to the ground. I wonder what kind of ground game Alex Banks has. Alex Banks is 3-0 coming into this fight, but his opponents had a combined wins of 0, so 3-0.
It's kind of hard to base anything off of that type of background.
So this is his first tough fight.
I've watched a lot of Draco's grappling matches, and I've seen some of his fights. He's a very good grappler, very strong. So we'll look to see if he gets it to the ground, if he's able to implement his jiu-jitsu game plan.
Absolutely. I have never seen Alex Banks actually fight, but I have seen him cross-training and training one of his students in Hannah, the Shockwave Cyphers. His knowledge of Muay Thai and how to execute it properly is very, very, very good. And his execution, from what I've seen on the pads and bags, is really as well.
Well, he's making it very difficult for Draco to get the takedown.
Speaking of Hannah Cyphers, she is one of those people we haven't seen in a while. She's a very talented fighter. For him to be able to help her get to as good as she is, I mean, that speaks a lot in weights and bounds.
Absolutely. Not a lot in this first round of the championship fight. Drago doing a great job of trying to drop it.
Those are vicious shots from Alex Banks inside of Draco's head.
Drago finally gets to take that.
We'll see if he looks to implement his control over his legs to stop Banks from standing up, but it's not stopping Banks from hitting him in the head viciously.
Drago looks to be opened up on that left side already.
Oh, it's going to be a hard way to cut, to stop that cut. Doesn't seem like it's going to impede his vision in any way. It's on the side.
170-pound title fight. These are 5 4-minute rounds here in North Carolina.
Draco definitely using that cage to his advantage. A lot of good cage work that I've seen that he possibly had in his training camp to get ready for this fight.
One hook in, other arm wrapped around his neck, looking for a rear naked, trying to take the back.
Banks is using the cage wisely here to prevent Draco from getting his second hook in.
Draco doesn't seem to be phased too much by having that cut on the left side of his face. It seems to be on the outside, and it's not gonna affect his vision in any way. We will see as the fight progresses. Draco getting a good setup for the rear naked choke. He's only got one hook in. It's gonna be hard to finish from here. As he's riding really tight, he needs to work on settling back and getting in that pocket to get the other hook in. Got 10 seconds left. We'll see what kind of scramble we get here. I give this round to Draco for sure. Here we go. So far, a very good title fight, back and forth. Both fighters receiving good talks from their corners. As Alex Banks stands up, and Draco's still sitting on the stool. Professor Roger Carroll from Carroll Brothers BJJ, and the awesome cut doctor, and Brandon Gerhardt closing that cut to ensure that he can continue to fight. Here we are at the second round of the 170-pound title fight. What does Alex Banks need to do, Kevin Ferrant, to control Draco to stop him from taking him down?
Learn how to wrestle.
Very wise words from the
Also
master
have his mouthpiece in.
Very wise words from the master of cool, Kevin Ferrant.
Let's see if he looks to get aggressive, land a couple strikes early. Didn't really have the opportunity in the first round.
I think.
Oh, very vicious right hand from Alex Banks.
Right now, he's starting to see a big chink in Drago's armor right now.
Draco's stand-up is definitely not where it needs to be. Oh, that was a vicious right hand that landed. Almost landed a good knee to the body. Draco was able to step away. You see Alex starting to get his rhythm.
Starting to find his range, really starting to pick apart Drago.
Oh,
it's not what you want to see from the champion.
His jabs and kicks are really starting to affect.
Starting to tee off, starting to pick at him, pick at him, pick at him.
I'll say this, Draco is taking some shots to the head. He's got a really good chin. Maybe that's bad too.
Doesn't matter how good the chin is, if you don't block it, it's going to chip away.
You can only block so many times with the chin before you go to sleep. Draco really needs to get this fight to the ground. He is getting really, really torn apart on his feet. We might see a new champion here. Draco needs to step forward and get this fight to the ground. Oh! Very good stoppage by the ref. Very good stoppage by the ref. We have a new 170-pound Fight Lab champion.
And what was I don't even understand what was even being worried over there to the corner of Drago.
Very disrespectful.
Something was done in the corner that was disrespectful towards Draco's camp, so we don't know exactly what it was yet. But that was a devastating technical knockout of Draco by Alex Banks.
I've never seen Alex Banks kind of react in the way he did. I can't wait to find out what the backstory of that was. What a finish. What a nasty uppercut.
How do you feel about that finish, Kevin Ferrant?
It looked impressive, you know, he really got into his rhythm. Draco wasn't going for the takedowns in the second round.
As they saw in the middle of the cage, it seems everything is good between the two fighters. Such sportsmanship between the two fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Larry Carter.